Yep, I forgot something. Forgot my damn jet fuel and my extinguishers. Of course I did. And if that's the worst thing that happens today, I'll take it. Alright, we have the freaking... Oh shit, it went sideways. God damn it. Let's figure this one out. Alright, so first things first with trying to figure out why the hell my turbine won't run is to get all the damn fuel out of it. So, here's my defueler, my fueling jug. This is the pump that's off of the Jersey modelers. So, I had this with a hand crank. I just bought the pump and got me a double pole, double throw switch so that it completely separates the battery from all this. There's no lingering connection. But we're going to drain the tank, all 3 liters of it. And then we're going to start getting stuff out like my vent, what the fuck, whatever the goddamn thing called. I can't remember what the hell it's called. This is my sending unit for the jetty. There's a filter there in the middle, and then my pump is way up here, right there. So we'll get that all cleaned up, and I'm just about done, drained out, and we'll see if we can't figure out why this is going to minimum temperature at startup. Just before it gets to idle, it's not getting hot enough. So we're gonna see. All right, first thing before I get to really tearing this apart, let's check the batteries. So this might be the issue, this might not. I think I'm gonna test it. So the battery for the turbine, there you go, Rob, was down to 35%. Now, that's about the part where I start charging them. I've gone a little lower. My flight packs were both at 86%. I charged these at the same time last time I flew, so my new packs that I got from Tyler Gray Models have done really well in the Lama for the radio system, but I've only got one 2200 for the turbine system. So I don't know if that was the issue or not, but I'm actually kind of thinking I'm going to charge that up and put some fuel back in it and fire it up and see if that was actually the problem. Maybe it needed a little bit more juice to continue on. I think that'll be a good start point. If it fails again, I'm going to be watching the monitor, and it got up to 368 degrees was the max start temperature for the turbine, and I think it's a little bit more than that. So I'm gonna do it all, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna test it out. I'm doing video, fucker. Okay. The one done here standing chicken the whole damn time. This is dangerous enough as it is. God damn it, knock it off. All right. So all I did was charge up the battery. So we're going to see if this actually made a difference on the startup.
Ground idle. Flight RPM. Ground idle. Heading hold.
Oh, now I've got a different one. Starter. Shit. Now what? Maybe my starter's not, needs to be cleaned. Now I'm waiting because somebody is in my way.
Waiting? You said you were doing that later.
Yeah, and that was before I shoved the tail out the door. Waiting on you, asshole. All right. Now that we've got the starter cleaned off, the intake all cleaned off, and the starter point where the starter actually comes out and grabs, got that clean because it was a little dirty. I wouldn't think it'd be enough that it fucked it up, but you know, now we gotta try to get this bitch out of here without fucking hitting the tail on something. And not taking out the horizontal fin on the side of the door. So I can get this thing set there. Okay. And we've got our air here in case we gotta shove it over into the intake. Ooh, it's getting windy. it's blowing in the door. That's not good.
Flight or ground idle.
Oh, it's dropping. Nope, fuck, some bit. Yep, still minimum temperature. All right, so the battery wasn't the issue. All right, now I gotta frickin' tear into this bitch, figure out why it's not getting enough fuel. Suck the rest of the fuel out. And we're gonna tear it apart. Well, I don't see anything in the main fuel filter for it. I don't know if it has gone bad or if it's something else. Well, there wasn't anything obvious in it blocking it or anything, but it almost just looks like plastic. It doesn't even look like a mesh, but you can kind of hear it. It's kind of meshy. Clean it up, see what it is. All right, my boy said throw this in the garbage. I missed. Fuck. There it goes. It's in the garbage. Now I gotta find me a clunk in all of my shit. All right, test number what? Like 3? 3, 4, somewhere in there. Okay. I opened up the fuel filter. It didn't have anything in it. I opened up the UAT. It was completely clear. Last thing was the fuel clunk, that felt thing that was in there. The boy said, throw that bitch out. So I threw it out and missed. But I got a clunk in here, and I adjusted it so the other one was a little long, and it seems to be coming all the way up to the front of the tank. So I got one that's now hitting the bottom of the tank towards the middle front. All right, let's try this out and see if it works.
Flight RP ground idle.
It might not start because I had so much air in the tanks, air in the fuel lines as it was. Air in the lines. No. That air going all over the place.
Ground idle. Flight RPM. Ground idle.
Lots of air in that line over there. That's the Caro start line. Come on, come on. Come on, it's trying. Do you see all the air bubbles in it? It's trying. It ain't gonna work.
5 minutes.
And that gave me a starter on that one too. We'll get it. We'll get it. We just gotta let it cool off.
Switched off.
All right, try this again.
Flight RP. Ground idle.
There's still some air in that line too. Lots of air, lots of air. It's trying. I don't think it's gonna do it. Yeah, it gets hot. Come on. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hey, we got the idle! Son of a bitch! Now we're working. I don't want to spin this bitch up, so we're going to let it sit here to idle for a little bit. Then I'm going to shut it back off. Almost 400 degrees Celsius. But the pump voltage is down around 1. See, if I had a little break right here. Just a little turbo with a little brake. Now, the real test will be if I put this all back together and take it out to the field tomorrow, if it will actually start. That's the real test. We're going to try this shit again. From last week. Again.
Ground idle. Flight RP. Ground idle.
Don't have any air bubbles in it. It's not getting hot enough. That's gonna shut down again. Yep. Nope, not today. All right, so everything was a bust. We did a bunch of stuff. We took out the felt, the clunk, put that in. That wasn't it. Looked at all the filters. Those weren't it. I'm even going to try some other stuff. We're going to try reprogramming. Last thing will be testing out a different pump, which I'm going to just kind of scab in without taking the old pump completely out. I'm just going to reroute the tubing and just plug it in and see if it'll fire. Yeah. It's beyond frustrating now. Now I'm going to have to send an email to Peter Yakudowski and say, hey, have you ever ran into this issue before? Which I'm sure he has. And he'll go, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. And then we'll get those fixed. But right now, we're dead in the water. I would rather get out and build something, but I just can't because my turbine doesn't work.